Hey guys, just thought I'd do a short video on what I thought of this Model Y. So this is a 2020 Model Y loaner that I have. I have only test driven a Model Y once. That was last year, and it was a newer one, not the refreshed one, but a newer one. This one's pretty old. So my initial impressions were like, because all my vehicles have resistive heaters, I don't have heat pumps. So one, the heat pump is really loud. It's cold and it's winter right now. So that really cranks out when I'm preheating the car. It makes a lot of noise, which is kind of interesting. And then there's a few things on this specific loaner, like the door shuts really loud and the window rattles, which probably could be fixed. But they don't really do that on loaners, but you know, just kind of a quality issue there. And then the ride quality, it's really bouncy compared to my vehicles, and I just wasn't really used to that. So those are my initial kind of like, oh, this doesn't feel that premium kind of experience. And then, so I've been driving it for, let's see, I got it last Tuesday, and it's almost a week actually. And been driving it to work, and obviously it's winter, it's been cold, there's snow. The all-wheel drive has been really good. This just has stock tires and not snow tires, so they don't stop that great. They're definitely like more slippery than snow tires, but it actually does better than I would have thought. And it certainly goes forward pretty good. Stopping is always the issue. But the more I've been using it, the more just kind of it really fits just what I need for a commuter vehicle, which is basically something that's comfortable. It starts up and I can preheat. So the preheating, I definitely have to preheat it sooner than with my resistive heater vehicles, because it takes a while for the heat pump to, you know, spin up, generate enough heat or collect enough heat when it's, you know, 20 degrees, or apparently right now it's 10 degrees out. It's nice though, it's actually sunny, which is cool. So anyway, it's just become, you know, it's comfortable enough. And even though this is a 2020, my Model X is a 2018, and they both have Intel Atom. The screen is snappier on here. This has version 12.6 of FSD, but it also has better auto park. I can touch on it'll reverse into a spot. So the whoopsies. It's supposed to be over here. Hopefully I don't slide out. Usually I take that exit. There we go. I should be on autopilot. So anyway, yeah, it just works really well, and it's a really nice form factor. You sit a little more upright than the Model 3. You have more headroom than the Model 3, which is really nice for me. I'm 6 foot even, and so I like the seating position a lot better. The seat heater is really warm. There's no steering wheel heater, which they did add later, but that's a bummer. I use that all the time in the winter. I didn't know that the washer fluid comes out of the wiper blades on Model Y. That also is true for Model X. I didn't realize they both did that. And yeah, so I mean, and even so, this is 2020, so this is a 5-year-old vehicle at least. It's called 2020. Sometimes that means it was made in 2019. So, but even so, like, you know, you give this a good clean or something, and it doesn't look dated or anything. I think Model Y is a little bit blah on the outside. Franz is right. It does look a little bit like just a bigger Model 3, which changes the proportions. I like the newer one better. And so the biggest things that I would want in the newer one are a seat heater. The road noise. The road noise in this is like, it's so loud. It's just kind of surprisingly loud, even for a Tesla. So I love the quiet. I know the new Model 3 is quieter, And so having road noise, quieter road noise, and then also just a more comfortable suspension would be nice. And so, but this is just like, it's just everything that you need, and it feels, you know, just nice and clean and streamlined without any like extra, you know, tacked on gimmicks and stuff that are like, you know, look at this fancy little whatever. It's like, no, there's no distractions. It's just, you know, it's just pleasing, it's modern, it's clean, and it's just there for you. That's just kind of cool. So I'm heading to a supercharger right now.
Keep right to Kalamazoo Avenue South.
It sure does use a lot of energy. That's the other thing about heat pump is like I am still averaging, because I don't take long trips when I'm around, like my commute isn't that far, so the battery sits and gets cold, and then I have to drive again. So it actually, I'm still averaging 400 watt hours per mile on this thing, even though I'm sure if I took a 100-mile trip, like I would use less. I think I can, yeah. I'm actually really relying on FSD right here because I haven't gone to this supercharger before. This one's new. I think it's V4 stalls. Let me see. Is it V4? Can't see. Yep, up to 325 kilowatt hours. Out of order 2B. Oh yeah, my wife told me that. There's one out of order, but there's no labels on them, so you don't know which one is 2B. You have to count. But then again, you might be counting from like the wrong direction. So another thing that I've noticed is that the animation, just everything's kind of snappier on this display, and the animation here on this vehicle is much smoother than my old Model X. Even though this is an Intel Atom heat pump, full self-driving 3. So anyway, it's a great vehicle. Oh yeah, and it still has the turn stock, with which I use the I'm always hitting the wipers and stuff to I mean intentionally. I'm always like adding a little wipe here, a little wipe there, and which is really nice. All right, I don't actually know where I'm going here, but it looks like it's going to be up on the left. Oh, that's why I was trying to get into that lane. Go this way. All right, let's put it back on autopilot and see if we avoid this Prius successfully. Oh, Prius is going to move. They're at a Meijer grocery store. That makes sense.
In 500 feet, turn left.
Oh, there they are, right over there.
Now turn left.
So my version, since I don't have an AI4 vehicle with V13, it will not pull into a stall for me, like some people have gotten able to do it. But if I tell it to back up, looks like it's turning. I wonder if it will. Oops. Alright. I'm not gonna fiddle around with it too much. Oh, I got a lot of snow in this thing. Alright, so I can pick one of these and then let it... I'm not going to do that though, I just want to park. So it will park for me once I select a parking spot, but it won't just like know that I'm going to the supercharger and pull into a stall, which I've heard that other places do. Alright.